Hello and welcome to another edition of the Fayre Game Pursuits reviews. This week on review are the AIMCAM Pro2I sunglass cameras. So pretty sure you know that, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this review, would you? We've got the full fat version. That means that we get extra power packs, hard case, soft case and all that sort of malarkey, and the whole thing's going to set you back about 250 quid. We've kindly been lent these by Edgar Brothers, and so thank you very much for that. But what I have to admit right now is that these had landed in the letterbox the day I came back from a shoot in England, and I was going on a shoot the following day, and I thought that'd be the ideal time to give them a bit of a run out. Now, had I bothered to really take some time, but I had no time, that's my excuse, I'd have read the instructions. I didn't read the instructions, I just took them out. But here's the good thing, I didn't need the instructions, okay? Because it's all pretty simple stuff. There's only one thing that I got wrong, and you can tell that from this little bit of clip of footage, whereby my field of view seems to be going up the right-hand side of my shotgun when I'm left-handed, and I'd put the camera in the right place, or moved it. I'll get to that in a minute. So what are they? Well, as I said, they're sunglasses, or glasses, with a camera attached. Okay, so we have a camera, glasses, lenses, and then the sort of gubbins of how it works here. And very kindly, they've put that on the left-hand side, which for somebody like me, left-handed, means that I can feel these buttons without the need to sort of, reach across. Now then, these glasses are made of Grilamid TR90. That's, I think, the actual frame, not the lenses. And that is an impact resistant material, so they're quite robust. Don't think I want to stand on them, but they are robust enough. The glasses themselves are made of Gorilla Lens, or that's what they've called it. And again, I think it's obviously a derivative of the Grilamid. They are UV 400, and this full fat pack comes with 3 lenses. So we've got darker, purple, the more natural for shooting, and then some clear lenses in case you just want them for protection. It does not say that they are ballistic protected. It just says that they're resistance protected. So I wouldn't really want any, pellets coming my way as these as protection, but I could be wrong. Now, the camera, that's the gubbins, the bit we're interested in, can switch from one side to the other side, and there's just this little nobule that you can remove the camera mount from one side to the other using a little supplied tool. The camera is also movable, so I can go up, down, twist it left and right, and probably adjust that part through a screw mechanism. I wish I'd put it on the other side, but actually the footage is still okay. What about the camera? Well, it's a CMOS camera. It's got 8 megapixels for stills, but it's actually 1080p for the video. That's 1920 by 1080. That's at 30 frames per second. If you wanted to go at 60 frames per second, you drop down to 720. The 720 might actually be better in some respects, because what I found was that because these are on your head and your head's moving from side to side looking for prey, you're putting an awful lot of information into the camera processor, into the codec, to encode that video footage and produce your 1080p stream. That means that you don't get this natural smooth. It's not that you're missing any frames, it's not like you're down to 10 frames per second or anything, it just looks a little bit grainy or pixelated, but it's not, because when you settle, the picture in front becomes crystal sharp. I haven't tried it at the 720, I might do that and see if that performs any better, but I tend to record at 4K, and maybe that's the problem. I've got used to recording at 4K and expect these to perform like 4K, which they're not. That said, they captured everything I wanted to capture, because we took them out on the pheasant shoot and then we took them out on a deer stalk, and it was great in both instances of that, and I'm probably going to take them fishing tomorrow and see how they fare there. The fact that it's a small lens, it's got a 62-degree field of view, so it's going to capture an awful lot of picture in front of you, making things look smaller because obviously you've got such a wide field of view. It does also mean that it needs a lot of light. You can see that in the footage whereby I'm looking up to the sky, the picture's much crisper than it is when I'm in a bit of darkness. So in the deer stalk, when we're going through the woods, it's then, you know, beginning to struggle. But that's acceptable, isn't it? At £249 for a 1080p camera, which takes stills or video that you can slow down or take a better frame rate at 720p in impact resistant frames with UV 400 lenses, multiple lenses, that's not a bad price. So I think Edgar Brothers could be onto a nice little device here. It's not a shot cam. The shot cam has the disadvantage of only pointing the direction that your shotgun or rifle are pointing, but has the advantage that it's probably going to produce a slightly more shallower or narrower field of view with a possibly closer image on your target. I haven't used the shot cam though, so I can't say that for fact. What else to tell you about them? Well, it comes in the whole pack. If you go for the higher version, and I'm pretty sure that's correct, then you get this 4.5 hour additional battery pack for these. Now I use these all day on a pheasant shoot, and the specs say that the battery, once charged, lasts for 2 hours. Well, when you're turning it on and off, that's fine. Now, the other thing to remember is that I've said that you've got these two buttons for turning, you know, for all the controls, whether you're using it in camera mode or in video mode, turn it on, start recording. It's great for my field on the left-hand side, not so sure about a right-hand sided person because you're probably going to want to do it a lot while they're on. It's got some LEDs, but they become pretty useless once they're on. But it does have haptic feedback, i.e. it's got a vibration device inside, and that will vibrate for different durations depending on the mode. I said at the start, I never read the instructions. It was very, very intuitive as to what it was doing. Now, the only thing that's left really for these to do is to be able to see where the camera's pointed when you're wearing them. Now, you can't do that until after you've done the recording, but you can, because there's an app for that. So they have very wisely developed an app for both Android and iOS that allows you to wirelessly, using this button, connect to your phone and then view live time the camera on your smartphone. You can also replay modes, change modes of the camera and what have you, but the most important thing is for this alignment of the camera. I would say that I did have problems with the app. Whilst it's very nice, it's very intuitive, and their website's great with infotutorials. Is that the right word? Tutorials. What I found was that the app would freeze. Now, I suspect that's probably because my iPhone is pretty old, the OS possibly isn't up to date, and I have no memory left. So, assuming that's the fact, then the app's very good. Assuming that's not the fact, and the app is crashing or locking up, then they've got a problem. But I can't tell you whether that's the fact or not, just that that was my observation on my phone. But that aside, would I buy them? I might very well do, because I think they do add an extra, golf stick, because I don't play golf, golf stick in your golf bag, i.e. I've got Osmos, I've got drones, I've got stills cameras, I've got video cameras, but something which is on my head looking at where I'm looking for close-up work. I wouldn't say it's going to be great for the long distance shot. I think these could actually be quite useful. The only issue we did have in that mode was that the lenses did fog up when you're hot. If you've just done a stalk and you're hot, sweaty, and you're trying to get into a grallop, these might steam up, and they've steamed up for me on the pheasant line as well when it was a cold morning and I was breathing heavily. You could probably get, as I did in my motorbike days, just a bit of lubricant to prevent that from happening, and I'd suggest you get that if you're going to get a pair of these. Other than that, they get the thumbs up from me. Thank you very much, Edgar Brothers, for sending them in. And if you like this review, tune in, watch the old ones, come in next week and see what we're going to review next time. But until then, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on our website. Go to the website if you want to know about how to get into field sports, how, where, what to do, fishing, shooting, stalking, have a look. We've got lots of useful information on the website that we put there for people like when we were starting and we couldn't find anything to prevent you having to go through that pain. But until next time, happy hunting, happy fishing, happy stalking, happy shooting.